Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the GP2 division Bahrain Grand Prix. My name is Marzano AFCA, and once again, I'm joined by STB Maldi this evening. So far this season, we've had Urban Unicorn and the Rising. Yesterday, we had a very eventful race in the F1 division, to say the least. How do you think this race will play out in the GP2 division, Maldi?
Well, there's a lot of good drivers. We've obviously got expired Rampage joining us tonight. Again, we've got Chaos Outgoing returning for his second race back. We've got
Melanie, let's not forget about Melanie.
Melanie, yeah, my nice finished friend. But no, I think tonight is going to be very good. Obviously, they're racing in real GP2 conditions, so they're driving in afternoon conditions. So most of these drivers know what it was like last season to drive. You know what it was like to drive Maranzano? Do you know, sort of like how it is in the afternoon? But these drivers do know what it's like. The track is much hotter, and obviously there's a lot of close racing that I think is going to happen. So I'm looking forward to this Grand Prix Maranzano. I think it's going to be a brilliant race. There's a lot of nice scenery around the track, just like China. So that'll be good. But yeah, I think I'm really looking forward to this Grand Prix. I think it's going to spring up a lot of good surprises, and we could get our third win out of the season.
Yeah, I was about to say that we've had two different winners so far. Fortunately, Rising Trez is not joining us tonight. But I reckon Expired Ninjas will do his best to get his first win of the season.
Yeah, currently on the softs on his outlap to qualify for this Bahrain Grand Prix. So, little information about this track, Maranzano, and to the viewers watching us. This was actually the venue to hold the first ever STB races. Season 1 was kind of like, well, it was mixed around a little bit to add a little bit of spice to our first season, and there was a lot of issues in that Grand Prix. There was a lot of lag, a lot of drivers arguing with each other, but I don't think that's going to be the case here tonight. This is our 10th week that we've raced at the Bahrain International Circuit. This is in total, this race itself is the 11th Bahrain Grand Prix. Last night was the 10th, so but we'll count it as the 10th anyway. So I spectate X-By Ninjas, the reigning world champion. Now, I had a very successful season so far. He's been on the podium, I believe, yeah.
Yeah, he's been consistent.
He just hasn't been. He's been consistent, yeah, Maranzano. But he's not been up there in the first position that he really needs to be enabled, to really challenge for a second title. And he does a 29 dead there in the first sector. That's a decent first sector, but we are aware. Everyone's aware that Ninja's just not like this Toro Rosso. He won the championship last season, yes. But this season, he didn't want the Toro Rosso again, and I think that might be what's holding him back. He's not happy with him getting the Toro Rosso this season, but he's looking pretty good on this stat, Maranzano. What can you see from Ninjas at the moment?
I'm just keeping an eye on the second sector time. Weren't you in the Toro Rosso last season in the F1 division?
Yes, I love the Toro Rosso. This season, I am struggling with the Red Bull. I'm really struggling with the Red Bull. So, personally, I would have loved to stay in that Toro Rosso rather than to be in the Red Bull, but everyone has their own preferences. So.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about the Toro Rosso, so I'm not sure. Probably just doesn't want the same car every season. I can understand.
Well, he's looking like to do a decent lap. It's a 131.474.
On soft tires as well.
Yeah, 744 aero, faster than him, but in provisional pole position is STB Verstappen 33, which is Tahiti Ronald 43 from last season. Melanie 88, the Finn in second place. Let's have a look at KS Outgoing now. Currently on the softs, and he's on an outlap, so we're not going to spectate him for the moment. Let's have a look at Rudsters here. So he's on the softs, coming through the corner, getting a little bit held up there by the Toro Rosso. That might lose a bit of time. He's just compromised into the entrance of the left-hand hairpin. There's a lot of differing, like diverse lines around this track, isn't there? Because of how like wide it is. Drivers like to take the outside of the track. They also like to take the inside of the track. You know, there's a lot of lines that are taken. Who do you think could surprise us tonight, Manzano?
I think Melanie hopefully surprises us. Obviously, he caught you out last
There's
race, so
James
he has to
Bear,
perform or we'll just trash him.
James Bear
I think
X1
Melanie
goes
could
sixth.
surprise us.
Yeah, I've got high hopes for
The
Melanie.
Roadsters,
You know, he showed a lot of good pace last season. He was very unlucky around places like Spa, Singapore, places like that.
Spa.
Let's not forget Spa. James Bear X1 had his debut in China. Looked, you know, he looked to have the pace. You know, he was quite strong as first up, goes into the pit lane. Yeah, it was really interesting actually to see how good Jamesy Bear X1 was. To be honest, you know, he showed some good pace in China. Could have had a better result, but yeah. So I'm hoping, to be fair, Maranzano, I'm hoping that Jamesy Bear X1 could get a good result here in Bahrain.
Yeah, we've got Dennis VKK as well. The Fredster, let's not forget the Fredster, who pretty much threw away a race win, unfortunately, last time around.
Yeah,
by
Rudsters
going onto the intermediates.
Yeah, I remember
way too
that.
early.
That was hard because I remember Rudsters as the rain was like spitting down in Shanghai last time out. Rudsters went on the mediums, right? Yeah, is that yeah? He went on the mediums, didn't he? And then everyone went on intermediates. He tried to hold out the mediums run. We was really confused, and then he just threw away his chances of getting a good result. But Rudsters has shown some good pace so far this season. He's definitely improved since last, so I'm hoping that he can get a good result as well. But I'm really interested to see what Dennis VKK can do here on a set of softs. We're going to ride on board with him, Manzano. So we've got 2 viewers. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. Comment if you're enjoying the stream. That'll be much appreciated.
Unicorn not here as well.
But Unicorn, he's currently on holiday for the week, so he won't be racing tonight, but he will be back for the Russian Grand Prix. But we're now going to ride on board with Dennis VKK, the Dutchman, so your fellow countryman, Manzano. So
yeah, he's been surprising us. He's been surprising me, at least, the last 2 races.
And he's
I
looking...
remember him last season, he was pretty much in the back.
Identical Sector 1 to... whoever was spectating earlier. I think it was Ninja. Yeah, Ninjas were spectating earlier, weren't we? Yeah. So it's an identical Sector 1 to Ninjas. And he's looking very smooth right now. I know he's got traction enabled, but that doesn't really matter. You know, it matters about, you know, how you go into the corner and come out of it. You know, it's about the lines, I think, with traction. Is that correct, Manzon? I don't really know much about having traction on because I use it off. Same with you, but...
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends. Do you have it on medium? Do you have it on full traction control? If it's on full traction control, then you can struggle to get the initial power down. If it's on medium, then yeah, I don't think it will make a lot of difference, especially on this track.
Okay, well, this is one of the more preferred tracks for all the drivers. So it'll be interesting to see what the drivers can do. But Dennis VKK goes 7th with 131.765. So that's a decent lap time there from Dennis VKK.
What do you think is going to happen down into turn 1, Maldi? Do you think we're going to keep it clean?
Keep it clean. I think there's going to be a lot of front wings off at turn number 1. I also think that we could get a safety car down into turn 1. That's my that's what I'm thinking right now. As Extracts bar 1, 2, 3, 4X. I don't know what he's been doing in practice runs, but he's currently provisional pole position on a set of soft compound tyres. That is very interesting there.
Impressive.
That is very interesting. But yeah, we still got drivers like Reckless Pez to set a lap, Panda Queen to set a another lap. And Al Hulkenberg should not be in 12th position. So yeah. So here we are, Reckless Pez on an outlap. Everyone seems to be on outlaps. It's normally, as Panda Queen, here we go. But it normally is in the last like 5 minutes when we're like interviewing the drivers, where people actually go on track and set a lap. Like, it's quite annoying for us anyway, Maranzano. But here we go. We've got Panda Queen in.
Closely followed by a Haas.
Has he got a custom helmet? We need to be analysing these helmets on the formation lap, Maranzano.
He does have a custom helmet.
The F1 commentators, Aero and Musters, they have their own thing going on. Our custom helmet analysis is our own thing going on, so we need to get that going in the formation lap. But we've got Panda Queen now. Not showing the pace that I thought he was going to show. To be completely honest. 29.1 in Sector 1, 39.7 in Sector 2. That's quite surprisingly...
It's not enough.
He's had a bit of a mistake as well. So this should put him high up. He puts him 8th. Okay. But the top 8 is actually spaced out by half a second pretty much, if you round it down.
With a lot of people on softs versus super softs.
Yeah, that's quite interesting that people have opted for one of the harder compound tyres. Obviously, you got the softs and the mediums around here. Surely you want to have the best chance possible.
Do you think there's a big tactical advantage by starting on the soft tyres?
Well, yes, because you go longer into the Grand Prix, but there was a glitch, wasn't there, where you started on one of the harder compound tyres, and then you had better tyre wear. You had the softer compounds, as Rudsters goes pole with a 131.326. But no, as I'm going to get him in the party now. But we're actually going to interview 2 people as well. But no, there was actually like, I'm not really sure, but wasn't there like a glitch, Manzano, where it was you started on one of the harder compound tyres and then you had better durability as Rudsters gets pushed off the top mark there, but still a very good lap from Rudsters to put him into P number 2 now. But yeah, so that was a glitch, but I think there are a tactical advantage because I can go longer into the Grand Prix, which means they have more chance of doing less stops because they're on the harder tyre. But we'll just have to see in the actual race. The Rudsters, like to include your audio for us. We're going to give you a quick interview and then get the other person in. Thank you. Brilliant lap. You and Ninja separated by 0.086. You're looking forward to next week in Russia, saying to me as you go down to 3rd, but still a very good position so far. You've said to me that you're looking forward to Russia, saying about you're going to win and score a lot of points. But you must be very happy with 3rd place so far.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to yesterday because I worked out quite well, but I realised I had no pace on the softs really, so just a lap on the super softs to see where I'd come out. But yeah, I'm really pleased with that lap. Hope I can keep up there for the race.
Okay, so you in China, where it was a rain hit Chinese Grand Prix in Shanghai last time out, you kind of like chucked away your chances of getting your maiden win in STB. With no threat of rain here in Bahrain, because it's Bahrain and it'll be very weird for it to rain, and it's not forecasted as I can see. Do you think that means now you won't make the same mistake as in China? Obviously you won't, but you know, really, do you think you have a chance of winning this Grand Prix?
Well, let's not forget it is GP2, so anything can happen. So I think I'm within a chance if I have enough pace in the race. I think if I get into the lead, I don't think I'll be giving it up too easily. So I think I have a decent shout of winning this one.
Okay. Well, we wish you luck for this Bahrain Grand Prix. We hope that you can have a good race tonight.
Thank you very much.
So, there you go. Okay. Streamers, not streamers, sorry,
Thank you.
viewers. Just so my thing, it's lagging. It should be sorted any minute now. So that was Rudsters in his interview there. But now we've got Side Effects 99. As my thing goes live. Side Effects, I'd like to include your audio, and we can give you a quick interview for the end of the session. Okay, thank you. So, Side Effects, we're currently in the season which we will celebrate the 3-year anniversary, and obviously you've been in the league since the very start, and you've had a very good start to the season. Do you think that you could have done done better than 7th in this session, first of all, so far? Okay. Yeah. Okay. And can we have your opinion on last time out in China? How did you feel you was able to get the result you did? Okay. It was something. Yeah, it was somewhere around there. Okay. And a final question, if you don't mind. The F1 division last night raced in night conditions, but obviously because you're in GP2, you don't really have that privilege of racing in official timings. What do you think, because obviously you've raced in afternoon conditions last season GP2 and also in the league in season 1 and 2, do you think it's, in your opinion, better in night or in afternoon conditions? Okay. Fair enough. Okay, thank you, Side Effects. We wish you luck, and hopefully you can bring a good result here in the Kingdom of Bahrain. So thank you, and we may see you for another interview on the podium. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So Maranzano, what I can get from that is Side Effects is quite happy with his qualifying. He doesn't really have the pace, but as we've seen in previous races, obviously in Australia and in China, he has shown that he's got the pace in the race and should challenge for a good result. Do you agree, or?
Let me just mention ILL Arrow in P2 at the moment, so he might be we might be in for a surprise this evening.
That's interesting. That is, but yeah, Panda Queen Danny 13th. I think he's going to another lap, or no, he's not. He wouldn't be going on to another lap, would he? Because it's checkered flag. Ignore that. STB Verstappen 33 on an out lap. If he goes in the pit lane, it's not going to be very good because it's going to mean the session's quite long. Ninjas then,
Ninjas,
with his custom helmet looking nice, goes into P3. So let's quick have a look. I think he's dipped into. Probably did, yeah. He's dipped into the 130s there. So that's 3 drivers in the 130s. Jack Spark, Aero, and Ninjas. STB Verstappen 33. Ending his up. If he goes in the pit lane, it's not going to be good. Cool.
Nice.
So that is your Bahrain classification. First is X Jack Spar 123 for X. Second is LR Aero. Third is X by Ninjas. So they're the 3 drivers that have dipped into the 130s. Fourth is Dennis VKK. Fifth is Welshman KS Outgoing. A very surprising qualifying from him. Hopefully be looking for some good, a good result here in Bahrain. Sixth is STB Verstappen 33. Seventh is Reckless Pairs. Eighth is Jamesy X1. Ninth is the Rudsters. And closing off the top 10 is NRL Hulkenberg. Marazon, if you'd like to leave the session, we'll join in the formation lap.
Aren't we supposed to leave in the formation lap according to ILO Arrow?
Leave now because I've just left, but we'll see. It shouldn't cause much issues. Shouldn't cause many issues because it did in China and Australia. But yeah, what I can conclude from that, Maranzano, from those 2 interviews is people are very residents and side effects are very happy with this Bahrain Grand Prix. They like the track from what I spoke to them before. So I think Maranzano, this being a more preferred track than Australia and China, this is just going to be an incredible race. This is going to be an incredible race. Hopefully.
Let's be honest, that turn 1 could be decisive. We know it can cause a little bit of drama.
Yep.
Especially with Arrow in P2.
Right, we'll just give it 1 minute to join back. Okay, so currently, Maranzano, we've got a good top 3 on the grid. We've got Jack Spar getting his maiden pole position in STB in only his 2nd race in the league. We've had Aero in 2nd and X-Spy Ninjas in 3rd. Who do you think, Maranzano? I can hear a little notification in the background. Who do you think, Aero, is going to surprise us here in Bahrain?
It's a tough call. I think Arrow might surprise us. I hope he does, to be honest, because I want another race winner. Otherwise, obviously, expired Ninjas. But where's the Fredster at? Is he even in the top 10?
I'm not sure. Panda Queen and Fredster didn't have a very good qualifying. So, no, I didn't say Fredster in the top 10, did I? So, no, I don't think he is. But hopefully he can club out the positions he needs to get to the front where he normally is. Okay, so we're both in the lobby now. And they're actually on the formation lap, so that's good. We joined, I think, just as they started it. So hopefully AIs won't interrupt as Aero goes off the track and goes back to the grid. So I don't know what's happened there, but we will find out. So Rusters is on the grid in 9th. I don't know what's happened there, but I think this is this was just put in there purely to help us, Maranzano, and help us see the start, and obviously them not get taken out by our AIs when we retire. So hopefully that's sorted. But here we go, Dennis VKK. There's that going very quickly on the formation lap. Shouldn't be going that quick. 3 viewers, thank you ever so much for tuning in to this GP2 Bahrain Grand Prix. Keep tuned, because it's going to be an incredible Grand Prix, full of action. And me and Maranzano are ready and waiting to bring you the action from the Bahrain International Circuit.
Lots of people outside of the top 10 starting on a medium tire, so let's see.
Mediums.
Let's
quickly have a look. So yeah, we've got Side Effects on the mediums, Panda Queen on the mediums, It's Ross on the mediums, Fredster's on the softs, Rampage is on the softs, and Mint Jerduk 1174 starts last on the grid on a set of mediums. That could be a very good tactical decision from him there to go longer into the Grand Prix, and possibly could be up there in the podium positions at one time in this Grand Prix. But I'm not going to make the same mistake as I did 2 weeks ago in Australia, because it is now the start of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Here we go. We're going to spectate into broadcast, but not on the trees, please. And we're literally just seeing a man staring at us as we now get ready. It is 4 lights. It is 5 lights. 4 viewers. It's now lights out, and away we go for round number 3 of the STB Racing League GP2 division of Season 9. Great start from ALR Aero there, up into first position. No, sorry, into second, but there's a little bit of contact there at the back. Manor goes off the track. That's good for us. Here we go then, into first position now. There's a little bit of spinning. There's a Red Bull spinning at the back there. KSL going in 6th. Reckless Pez in 7th. A little bit on the curb there, and there's a lagging Haas there down in the back. Jamesy Bear X1 now into 12th place. There's a Mercedes off. Mercedes off. It's ILR Aero is leading this Grand Prix, so that was my mistake. Side Effects off the track. ILR Aero now in first position behind X-Jack Spot. So Aero takes the lead right from the off of this Grand Prix, and he leads the Bahrain Grand Prix. Maranzano, there's a little spin at the back there. Is it a Haas? Is it a horse? Yeah, it's a horse.
We
It's
have
KS
side
outgoing.
effects down in last position.
So
Spin
yeah,
around in the
KS outgoing in
first
11th. I don't know what happened there with him, but we've got Panda Queen in 13th, Fredstack in 14th. Side effects there down in 15th. Has he lost any? He's got end plate damage there. And Mint Jerdug's lost his whole front wing. Jamesy Bear X1 there. And this is an incredible performance from ILR Aero, currently in first place. He's got Extract Spar right on the back from now. We're going to keep an eye on this in broadcast mode, because I quite like this mode. It's quite good to commentate on. Here we go, though. We've got Extract Spar now. Going to go on to his onboard view. Much better exit than the Mercedes driver now. And it's lagging. That's not good. So, guys, it will be sorted very soon. We've got Extract Spar now down the straight as Eris. That's the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Extract Spar now side by side with the Mercedes driver. Maranzano is going to go up the inside. Late break up the inside there. Is he going to do it? Eris going to try and hold it around the outside. He's going to go on the inside now for the next corner. Going to hold momentum. And they've crashed. They've crashed. They've crashed. Both out of the race. They're both out of the race. Well, not out of the race, but they're both out of contention. Jack Spar there in 9th position, and he's out of the contention for the win of this Grand Prix. NRL Hulkenberg in first place, but he's in the pit lane, so that's lying. Dennis VKK then, I think, is in the lead of this Grand Prix right now.
Yeah, Arrow lost a big part of his front wing, so I'm afraid his race pretty much
Disappointing in there. Aero leading the Grand Prix, and then both collide with each other. I'm aware there's a few issues with the stream guides that will be sorted any minute now. Just give us a few moments to.
We've got Ninjas and STB Verstappen battling for 2nd place. Dennis VKK in the lead now.
Okay, Maranzano, if you'd like to take over proceedings here, I'm just going to sort out the stream. So if you'd like to take over, thank you.
Yeah, I'm not sure who you're spectating, but I'm following the battle for 2nd and 3rd position. Expired Ninjas actually pulling away from STB Verstappen at the moment. We've got Ninjas catching up to the race leader Dennis VKK. Melanie in 5th position, so we got a clean start as well. Now you're gonna have to restart the stream, Aldi.
Okay, I sincerely apologise, guys. Few issues there, Maranzano. Are you still here spectating the battle yet?
I'm still here.
Okay, yeah. Sorry,
Is it sorted out, or
guys.
do we have to
My
restart?
controller disconnected. But we're now back on the action here. It's all sorted now.
Got a battle going on for
Leave
first
Maranzano.
place with
Yep.
Expired Ninjas and Dennis VKK.
So here we go. Then Dennis VKK getting on the curb here. This is definitely helping Expired Ninja's chance of getting his first win of the new season, and he pulls to the inside line now on Dennis VKK, and Dennis VKK, excuse me, has no answer for the Toro Rosso driver, and he's up the inside, but Dennis is going to try and get a much better exit than the Toro Rosso driver. Here we go, Dennis VKK now down straight. Going to see if there's been any further collisions at the back. NRL Hulkenberg in 10th on a set of medium, same with Roadsters in 11th. All 18.
Battle going on. Inspired Rampage and
It's lagging
Melanie.
again. I don't. Sorry about this, guys. I don't know what is going on with this stream, but it should be fine. Can just someone tell us about how bad the lag is, please? Thank you. Expired Ninjas then in first position.
I've got a very good battle going on for 5th and 6th position.
Here we go, Melanie on the inside of Rampage there. Rampage going to try to go inside, but now Frezer's going to try and take advantage of that. Yeah, if someone could just comment about the lag and how like, the quality's doing on the stream, that'd be much appreciated. Thank you. So 7th
I'll
is.
ask us McDizzle.
Thank you. 7th. It's lagging again. Apparently, this is. Apologies, guys. 7th is the Fredster. In his Sauber. 6th is Expired Rampage, and 5th is Melanie. Further, Melanie. What's going on here? They're slowing down.
Yeah, virtual safety car.
Is it a virtual safety car? I don't know. It didn't come from my screen. So yeah, virtual safety car conditions. Lots of people coming into the pit lane here.
Melanie dives into the pits.
And both Force
Trapped
Indias
as well
are
at the very
double
last
stacking
moment.
here. Reckless Pez now in 5th.
Stream worked fine in the beginning, but according to SmackDizzle, it started lagging a little bit.
Okay. You could just ask him if it's a bad lag. If it's like really bad, please.
Will do.
Okay, Dennis VKK then in 4th place. Nothing much really going on here, just spectating the drivers as they approach one another. Expired Ninjas in 3rd. Marzano, what can you see right now in the top half of the pack? Well, at the bottom half, considering I'm spectating the front.
Melanie down into P11 after his pit stop, I assume. What happened to the Force India guys who double stacked?
They double stacked. It's on virtual side car. I don't think there was good communication going into the pit lane there.
Alright, stream quality is improved now. No more lag.
Okay.
Got a battle going on for 2nd.
Okay, here we go. Marzano, if you'd
How
like
did he
to.
get up in P2?
I think because Ninja's pit, but if you want to just take us through this battle now.
Yeah, we've got the Fredster as well in P1, so we've got a change of lead. Expired Ninjas desperate to get past the Panda Queen. Looks like he's got a little bit more pace. He's on the medium tires now, so he's pretty much got a big advantage on everyone else, and is probably the net race leader if I'm correct. Yeah, I'm watching this stream as well now, Molly. It seems to have fixed itself, so no worries.
Right, you just tell me. Thank you. Sorry to be a pain. Okay, we've got Expired Ninjas now in 3rd place. So this should be a good battle coming up here for P2. Dennis VKK getting in on the action as well, so this should be interesting as they go down into turn 14.
Yeah, this could be free wide into turn 1.
Hopefully it's not.
The Panda
it's gone
Queen's
to
gonna get jumped.
Yeah, it's gone to Dennis's view now. He's going to go on the inside of Expired Ninjas now. No, he's not. He's going to back out of the position, but Expired Ninja's going to go a little bit deep there. No, it's not going to. No. Nothing on there for
nice
Dennis
and clean.
VKK.
Arrow is back in P11, unfortunately, after his incident, and he's now on a medium tire, so I assume he's pitted during the virtual safety car. Melanie down into P15, so not sure what happened to him.
Not good.
It's
Not
not
good for
looking
Melanie. Panda Queen in 4th. So the top 4 are actually quite near to each other here.
Yeah.
Just quickly
Close racing, yeah.
have a look. And everyone else is quite spaced out. 8th, 9th and 10th, there's a battle going on. If you could just check that out, Maranzano. And see if there's any battles commencing down there in around the back end of the top 10. But we've now got expired ninjas. Just because there's no battles now, we're going to quickly have a look at his custom helmet. So this is our first go. So he's got that nice pattern on the side here, Maranzano. It's a pretty nice helmet. So
Yeah, I know you're a fan of his helmet.
Should be giving him a good good confidence boost as they go down now into turn number 1. The DRS enabled on the Fredster. Fredster obviously in first place, so he has no DRS as he hasn't actually lapped anyone yet. Dennis closely behind. Has Dennis got a custom helmet, or no? It's using the default one. Panda Queen's got quite a nice helmet, but let's forget about the helmets right now because there's going to be a battle commencing now between the Fredster and expired ninjas here in the Kingdom of Bahrain. Round this corner now, dropping down the hill. And Dennis here trying everything he can to try and get past expired ninjas. And expired ninjas there, poor exit.
Nice.
And Dennis is brilliant there on the acceleration, on the exit. Brilliant execution. He's up into second place. 4th is the Panda Queen now. Next in ninjas is Mirrors. So there you go, Maranzano.
Yeah, we've seen Dennis improve a lot. Could
Dennis be the 3rd winner of this season? It's been a very, very chaotic season so far. You know, there's been a lot of action, a lot of incidents, but there's also been a lot of surprises. You know, Australia, we had Urban Unicorn win the race. China, we had debutant Rising Trez. But here we go then. We've got Dennis right on the back of Fredster. And what I love is Dennis is on the mediums. No, he's not. Sorry, my mistake. He's on the softs. But I think he's on worn. I think he's on worn softs, if I believe. So if I just quickly have a look, maybe my mistake. But actually, I need to get out the pause menu because Dennis is on the inside. Thank you for that, Maranzano. So Dennis is on fresher softs than Fredster. Fredster moves to the inside now. Dennis is going to try and get everything out of that Mercedes engine, even though it's on equal performance. But Dennis is going to go around the outside now. It's going to be 2014. Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton action now. Around the outside goes Dennis VKK, and he's forcing. We're going to go from the side view now. Side by side. This way, Fusion had a little incident last time out in F1. Between you and Fusion into that corner, but they've done it quite cleanly there. But Dennis VKK now right on the execution of the corner, right in the slipstream now of the Fredster. Ninjas closely behind now, Manzano. This is going to be an incredible battle as they go down into turn 9, I think. And Fredster's hit the curb. Fredster's hit the curb, and he's down into 4th place, losing 3 positions there. Definitely showing how close this league is. Ninjas up into 2nd, but Dennis, brilliant execution there, putting Fredster under pressure, and Fredster has made a mistake up into P1.
Yeah, nice and clean racing. Dennis needs to make sure he gets out of the DRS zone as soon as possible. Then he might actually be on for his first race win.
Well, this is incredible. This is definitely what we didn't see in China. China, we just saw people having a lot of racing incidents, a lot of pathetic incidents that they tried to investigate, but they were racing incidents. As the Fredster dives into the pit lane, he could be going for the undercut here, so don't underestimate Fredster as Reckless Pez goes up into 4th. These 3 battling up front could help Reckless Pez here. Could Reckless Pez be the 3rd winner as well? He could be an underdog here in the desert. But this is such a good encounter here. So I can see the forcing doing the background.
I thought expired ninjas had a lot more pace than the Panda Queens. I said it earlier, but the Panda Queen is actually keeping up with both of the leaders quite easily on a medium tire, so he's in contention as well by the looks of it. It's up to Dennis now to try to get out of the DRS zone.
Yeah, Dennis, I've got high hopes for Dennis. You know, he had a very poor, difficult start to his STB career when it started last season in Japan, but things have definitely improved for him. But he needs to, as you said, Maranzano, needs to get out of that DRS zone there because it's going to be vital if he has any
What happened to
chance.
Jack Spar? Was
this
he the one that crashed with ILR?
Yes, Jack Spar collided with Aero.
Okay.
But yeah, so Fresda. Oh, and there's a little bit of action going on here. Fresda's getting a little bit abused off the inside from the Fredster. Not from the Fresda, sorry. The Fresda's getting abused from the Rudsters. So I was getting a little bit confused there. But into turn, I think that's 9 or something, into that little hairpin as Aero closely follows
yeah, the
in 10th.
seems to be lagging quite a bit on my screen. I don't know how it is with you. But
He's lagging slightly, yeah. But that should sort itself out. Fres then on the back. We should really be watching the battle for first, but this is important because Fredster is kind of coming up into contention for the win here, so he needs to clear Rampage as
I don't
quickly
think
as
so,
possible.
because he stayed out and all the other guys pitted, so they all have one pit stop at the moment.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Well, the Fredster here closely behind the Rampage. I do want to catch this on camera, but I thought that's our AI cars there, as I know. But we have now got the Fredster 3-3-2 now behind Rampage, fitting in for this Grand Prix. And nothing much really is happening. What tyres is Fredster on?
Ninjas is closing in on Dennis VKK, so
okay,
he must
just
be,
like to just keep an eye on that. We'll have a look on Fredster and Rampage. So we've got Aero, Fredster and Rampage. Aero must be absolutely fuming in that cockpit, but Fredster's made a mistake, and now Aero's going to be on the back of him now. But Fredster gets away. Rampage, very slow here, and he's lagging a little bit. But Fredster goes up the inside. Rampage is going to try and hide around the outside now, but now Fredster's going to have the outside for the corner, which is the more preferred line because there's more grip around the outside. And the Fredster ran the outside of expired Rampage now, and he's off into the gravel. He's off into the gravel there, and that's his chance. He's gone, but Rampage is going to let him through. Good sportsmanship there from Rampage, and Aero goes up into 7th place. Dennis now still leading the Bahrain Grand Prix, Maranzano.
Yeah, let's not forget Ninjas is on the medium tires at the moment, whereas Dennis is on the soft tires, so pretty much Ninjas only has to keep up with him to be in contention for the race win, as he'll be on the faster tire by the end of the race.
It's Ross on lap 2. Got a drive through for speeding in the pit lane. So that's quite interesting. The Fresda's been getting some penalties as well, and so has side effects.
Yeah,
side effects is on this quite a lot. So these drivers do need to sort themselves out.
Right, Ninjas is closer than he's ever been, so he's probably gonna go for it down the straight with his DRS activated.
So here we go then. We have now got expired Ninjas going to have the DRS on Dennis VKK as they enter lap 13 of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Here we go. In the slipstream goes expired Ninjas now. Is he going to pounce? He's going to go for a late dive. No, he's not. He's going to stay behind. He's going to stay patient, but Dennis has gone a little bit deep. That's going to help Ninjas on the exit as they approach turn number 4 now. Here we go. In the slipstream goes Dennis. Here we go. Ninja's going to move to the outside. Dennis is going to stay on the inside, but obviously there's more grip on the outside line there. So Dennis does have to defend his position quite smartly if he wants to keep it. But also defend it smartly so he doesn't lose too much time to Panda Queen. He also needs to make...
There's actually some good and clean racing going on.
He does need to be a little bit aggressive though to try and lose a bit of time to Ninjas, because that would be... Obviously not taking him off, but, you know, being a little bit aggressive, you know, forcing, you know, like legally forcing him off. Like, obviously, not just hitting him off, but defending his position nicely so that he doesn't have to worry about Panda Queen catching up. Because that's what could happen. No, Reckless Pez, sorry, but in theory, Panda Queen later in the Grand Prix. Ninjas, keeping behind Dennis. Being quite patient is the reigning world champion. What we expect from a champion from a previous season.
Yeah. This should be move over. Although he's not really gaining anything, even though he's in the slipstream. So must be running a lot more downforce.
I don't know, if you just like to
We've
keep
got reckless pass in
still keep an
third
eye on
position as well.
the stream, if you could. Thank you.
I am. It's looking fine. No lag for me.
Okay, here we go. Dennis, though. Dennis has to yield out of the position. And Expired Ninjas takes the lead. Very aggressive defending there from the reigning... aggressive attack there from the reigning world champion. And Dennis is up into second position. Brilliant. No, Dennis is down in second place. Brilliant overtaking move there from Ninjas. Definitely what he needed here in Bahrain. Second is Dennis. So that was good overtake, that was. But Dennis has got a puncher! Maranzano!
Oh, no.
Dennis has got a puncher here in Bahrain! Reckless Pez takes second place of the Bahrain Grand Prix. That's also going to help. That's also going to promote STB Verstappen 33 into a podium position. Dennis has got a puncher.
Did he make contact? Did you see what happened?
I'm not sure. I think he's just been too long on those tyres. Wait there a minute. Race director, Dennis VKK, he pitted.
Possible.
He's been on them since lap 4. So he's been on them for a good 9 laps.
Okay, yeah.
So it may be because he's been putting too much out of his tyres to defend from Ninjas, or he may have had a little bit of contact. I don't know. That's a mystery. I just saw him overtake, and then
unfortunately that's race over.
Yeah,
Unless we get a
disappointing
safety
for
car.
Dennis.
Shame.
So into the pit lane he comes, but yeah, Jack Sparr up into third place, and second is Reckless Pez. So that is interesting. And now, this is where it's all spaced out, so this is where we need to find a battle. And oh! Expired Rampage and STB Verstappen 33 have had a little bit of contact there down into turn number 1. Just as I saw it, STB Verstappen 33 was going over the inside of Rampage Maranzano, and they both collided. So, yeah, that was disappointing for him, but commiserations to Dennis VKK. One set of mediums now.
Didn't you mention Rampage leaving the league last race? Or is that me mistaken?
Yeah, a little bit misunderstanding there. He has left the league, but every few weeks he's going to fill in as a reserve because the league he's in. He has some like longer break between each race. So as KS Outgoing retires, that's a little bit confusing, but as it is virtual
safety car.
So the second virtual safety car of the race. So hopefully some drivers will use their brains to try and take advantage of this virtual safety car.
Reckless pass into the pit.
Reckless Pez into the pit lane. So let's have a look what tyre he is going to go on. This is probably the best time actually to go into the pit lane.
Yeah, the mediums. It's actually a very smart move.
Another set of mediums there. Obviously with traction on, there's a big chance that he could go to the end of the race there, but I'm not completely sure.
Can. And Ninjas. So this might actually be a very important strategy call. Reckless pass. Could reckless pass win it?
It's just saying it's lagging, so if you just let me know. Thank you. Fred's to them back on the action.
Yeah, it's fine for me again, actually. Stream, no lag.
So it got to the virtual safety car part. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm already past that.
Oh, okay. Okay, the Freds to them into 5th place now. And this is very surprising stuff here as KS Outgoing leaves the session. just sent me a message saying he's not very happy, so we'll have to see what's going on after the race. But 5th is the Fredster. It's probably the only battle which is going on right now. We've got Ninjas in 1st, just about to start lap 17. Reckless Pez in 2nd, Panda Queen in 3rd. Definitely going to be happier in that position. And then we've got Fredster and Jack Spar there.
Reckless Pez is only 18 seconds behind the leader, so he could get the undercut on expired Ninjas.
I actually pitted on the under safety car, didn't he? So under a virtual safety car.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. That is
strategy move.
Interesting.
He could go to the end on these mediums.
And it's Ross is retired from the race.
He's on.
So he's not had a good race.
Yeah, was a lap behind as well. It's Ross.
Yeah, he's not had the race that he wanted here in the Kingdom of Bahrain. But Aero now behind NRL Hulkenberg. And NRL Hulkenberg now going to be in the slipstream of the Rujders. Aero also in the slipstream of the Ferrari driver. Aero sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. He's on a mission right now. He's on the set of the soft compound tyres. And he's going to be very aggressive down into turn 1. He's going to tip right onto the brakes there. NRL Hulkenberg goes ghost. And they're going to give him the space. But Aero has to yield out of that position. It's Ross's AI there going to get in the way of these drivers. But great defending there from NRL Hulkenberg. Very, very impressive.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on the gap between Ninjas and Reckless Pez.
Oh, Aero up the inside. Sorry, Manzano. Aero up the inside there of NRL Hulkenberg. NRL Hulkenberg, though, still going to try it now into this corner. Jamesy is actually retired as well. Jamesy there, X1. So it's disappointing for them. But, oh, near contact there between NRL Hulkenberg and Aero. But he's still going to try up the inside of the Mercedes. This is great racing between two of the fastest drivers in the league. Aero there, a little bit off the track. There's a lot of retirements in the past few laps there. That's interesting. Melanie, though, down in 13th. This is not what he wanted at all, but he's now going to be on the back of Side Effects, who said, and I quote, a podium would... I'd be ecstatic with a podium. Well, currently in 12th place. I don't think he's getting a podium. Let's have a look how many people. So there's only 13 drivers racing, but there's still a few battles going on around the track here. So it's fairly spaced out. We're just waiting now for the final few pit stops, I think, Ranzano. Would you agree?
Yeah, we're just waiting on Ninjas to make his pit stop and see where he if he drops behind Reckless Pez. Reckless Pez might actually get a surprise win if he manages to keep it together. Only 18 seconds behind Ninjas, but he is on fresher tires, so it looks like Ninjas does have a better pace.
Okay, so yeah, it looks like Rujders is lagging here. Yeah, he's lagging quite significantly, so have to look out for him. Aero, though, not had a very good race. Aero, yeah, he also obviously had a collision in the first sector.
Yeah, it was looking good
in the early part of the race.
Looks like he has the pace as well.
So it's just not been the day that he wanted, but things happen. Obviously, me and you, man, we didn't have a very good race last night, but hopefully things will improve.
KS outgoing.
Russia.
Me if I've seen lap 1.
And Side Effects keeping in front of Melanie. This is what we want, you know, 2 league greats here, battling it out.
Did you see a KS outgoing incident?
Oh! There's been a collision on the pit straight there.
Yeah. The fuck.
And Reckless Pez is in first position. So Ninja's here. Ninja's gone on a set of mediums. But could this be safety car? This could be safety car. Because where Hulkenberg actually crashed, that is definitely a place for a safety car situation there, but we'll have to keep an eye on that. Reckless Pez leading. Second is the Panda Queen. Third is Ninjas. Welcome to the extra view we've got. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. Fourth is X Jack Spark, 1, 2, 3, 4, X. Fifth is the Fredstap. Sixth is STB for Stappen 33. Seventh is Dennis VKK. I do feel quite sorry, Maranzano, for Dennis VKK, because obviously he was in the lead. He was really, you know, lost position to Ninjas, but then, you know, was really like, you know, trying to get through there and then got a puncher. So
Very unlucky. He could have won in China as well, but he pretty much messed up his strategy. Well, the same what the Rosters did. At the moment, I'm really hoping Reckless Pass can. The Panda Queen, does he still have to pit? As he's in second place now.
Panda Queen, he's had one stop, so he's been on those tyres for
Yeah, he should pit again.
since
probably.
lap 13. So he may be going maybe to lap 21, lap 22, maybe onto a set of supers. Maybe that might be what he does here in Bahrain. He's had a good strategy, or he could be going for the one stopper, you know, definitely possible around Australia, and I thought it wasn't. So obviously with traction on, it's a different story. Traction off, there's no way you're getting 2 stops out of the Bahrain Grand Prix easily, so let alone 1 stop. But obviously GP2 is much different. I do like Panda Queen's helmet at Maranzano. It's very nice. As Panda Queen goes into the pit lane, could this be where he goes onto a set of super softs? This is important here for Panda Queen to get a good strategy here. He needs, if he wants to get the win, he needs to be on a very good stint. He goes to another set of softs. Could that be a mistake there? Because with traction off, super softs go 8 laps.
So.
With traction on, they should
Question
go
now
much.
is, can Ninjas catch up to Reckless Pass in the final 8 laps?
Yeah, and then we've got Dennis. Even Dennis has jumped Panda Queen there, so Panda Queen's going to be on it to try and get that position, try and get all those positions he's lost back. Ninjas in second. Ninjas has had a very, very consistent start to this season. Even though he hasn't won yet in the first 2 races, he's been very consistent. Would you agree?
I would agree. It's the same as last season, where he's always in the top 3, pretty much always every race. That's why he won the championship. No real standout performances as far as I can remember, but he's always up there.
Yeah.
You can smell his first race window because he's catching Reckless Pass by pretty much half a second a lap.
What I'm really going to be interested in now is how long it's going to take for the Panda Queen to really pounce on Dennis here. I think he might be regretting this. His strategy is done. But what do we know, Maranzano?
I don't know. I mean, we've seen Dennis VKK get a puncture after, what is it, 9-10 laps on the soft. I don't know.
That's going to be around how long Panda Queen's going to be on them. So yeah, it's all about the driving style, how you conserve the tyres. If you're a Perez, you're sorted. So not much action really going on here in Bahrain, but this season has brought up a lot of
We're
action.
going to talk about the Pink Force India, Maldi. Have you seen it?
Pink Force India 2017 is definitely going to be a good season.
Yes.
I think in Formula 1 it's going to be a good season, but I don't like the Pink Force India because I'm not used to it. I'm used to this nice black, silver, orange and green colour scheme. That's nice, not pink. Not pink. But and I don't like the orange McLaren either. So that's gonna be interesting in season 10 when we have to commentate over orange McLarens. That's gonna be interesting. We'll have to call them. What was the team called, Maranzano? The one that that orange team. What was that called?
Arrows.
Back in the day. Aeros. That's it. We'll have to
Arrows have won.
we'll have to call them the new Aeros team, won't we? But no, I don't like some of the cars of 2017. A little bit weird in my opinion, but we'll find out in Australia. But also, what we will find out now is if Panda Queen can get on the back of Dennis VKK. Now, here we go in 6th place. Is he going to try and go up into 5th? Manzano, are you seeing this in a slipstream now of Dennis VKK? He's going to... No. He's going to back out of it. This is definitely a mistake from Panda Queen. Definitely the wrong strategy. Definitely lost him a lot of time.
Now spectating Ninjas, he's now right at the back of Reckless Pass.
Here we go then, Ninjas sniffing the back of the Williams driver now. Let's see then. Remember, in Australia, Urban Unicorn did an amazing bit of defending to clinch the win in Melbourne in the season opener. But what can Reckless Pez do here? Is he going to defend his position? Is he going to not fight it? Oh, if I was in his position, I would definitely fight it.
Yeah. He's got a shot at his first race win. But Ninjas is on the fresher tires, much fresher tires.
Here we go then in the slipstream, but Reckless Pez is keeping it in the middle of the track. This is good defending here. Keeping it in the middle of the track, which means Ninjas can't find a way through. This is what we want. This reminds me definitely of Urban Unicorn in Australia, but Ninjas is now going to have the DRS. All matters are now about the aerodynamics, the wings that these drivers are running. And Reckless Pez looks like he's got the upper hand here, but he's in the middle of the track, which is definitely going to compromise Ninjas' entrance into turn number 1. But that is a brilliant overtaking move now. Reckless Pez. Oh, here we go. This is going to be interesting now. Up into turn number 4, up the hill. Ninjas in the middle of the track. Oh, this is hard now. This is going to be very hard for Reckless Pez. Is he going to try and do it? Ninjas is through up into 1st place. Takes the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix. This is interesting. Very, very interesting here. Could expired Ninjas get his first win of the season and be the 3rd different winner of Season 9? We only need, I think it's 4 more races with different winners. No, 5 more races with different winners. And we've broke the record set in 2012. So that's what we're hoping for.
I could see it happening with Dennis VKK and a lot of other guys. We've got some good drivers this season.
So this is interesting. But hopefully F1 will have that as well. They've had 3 different winners
Jack
as well.
Sparr is in 3rd place now. Does he still have to pit?
Jack Sparr. He's looking quite quick as well. I don't know about you, but he's looking quite quick. He was quite far behind last time around I saw him a few laps ago. So
he does not have to pit anymore.
So that's interesting. But I do feel sorry for Dennis VKK though, getting a puncher.
Yeah, definitely.
That's just, yeah. It's not been a day for Rusters either. Only in 12th place.
No, he was involved with some kind of collision with KS outgoing, apparently. Yeah, but Rusters has been lagging quite a lot this race, so I'm not sure what's going on.
We'll have to see. But Aero here, diving into the pit lane in car number 44, so he's not done his custom driver. This is very, very interesting. Here in Bahrain, it's been a very different race from what we're used to. Normally in GP2, there's action every single lap. Do you agree, Manzano? But this season, it's not been, you know, fully, you know, laid back and more chilled out than last season. But it has definitely been very different. Yeah, I agree with you, but we've had some good battles for the lead, though. Yeah, this race has actually been surprisingly clean. We haven't seen many. Collisions. You know, it's been good out on track.
Expired Nidias set for his first race win of the season.
I'm looking forward.
1.3 seconds behind.
I'm looking forward, Manzano, later in the season when we do the Twilight race at Singapore. That's gonna be interesting because we're still keeping that from last season. So that's gonna be quite interesting later in the season.
I'm looking forward to Monaco.
Monaco only. Oh, STB Verstappen 33's got a punch out. STB Verstappen 33 has became... This is like 2013, this is.
What's going on with the Force Indias?
Both Force Indias have had a puncher. So 2013 it was Ferrari, and season 9 of STB it's Force India. So and happened 33 on a set of super softs. So there you go. If you remember it, guys, people watching, 2013 Ferrari, Massa, more commonly, had an issue with their tyres in Bahrain. They kept on puncturing. Here in season 9 it's the Force Indias. So disappointing. Down into 7th. Was running up in 4th, wasn't he? Verstappen 33.
Unfortunately, Reckless Pass has a penalty, so he might lose 2nd position to Jack Spar.
I think Ninja's now, from how consistent he is with the pace and the actual like corners, no one's stopping him. No one is stopping him. He has only got one warning throughout this Grand Prix. One warning. So he keeps this up. Definitely going to be our 3rd winner of season 9, and this has been such a great season for him. Definitely was the underdog going into this season because of how many good drivers joined. Because obviously Ninjas had a lot of good races last season, but the grid wasn't as
a lot of good drivers left as well. In all fairness,
as it is in this season. If you know what I mean, Manzano. There's a lot of competition this season with Aero, Reckless Pairs. Dennis VKK's improved. Jack Spar's obviously into it. You got Panda Queen improved. STB 33 actually improved. And also seen in Australia, Urban Unicorns improved quite a lot as well. So there's a lot of competition. But I really hope that this train of different winners doesn't come to an end in Russia. I really do hope that there's a 4th different winner next week. Be very interesting for the championship as well. So expired Ninjas there, as Aero takes the fastest lap. He's going for the pride here. So yeah, Manzano, what are you thinking about Ninjas' drive today? Definitely drive of the day in my opinion. How about you?
Yeah, of course I wondered what would have happened had Aero and Jack Spar not have crashed out in the first corner. Was it Jack Spar and Aero?
Yeah, Jack Spar and Aero, I think on lap 2 or lap 3, one of the two. Maybe in the race director. Aero and Ninja. Aero and who? Jack Spar. Yeah, there's no record, I don't think, on the... lap 2 it was. Lap 2, collision with Violet Aero. Jack Spar got the warning for that. So, lap 2 they collided on. It hasn't been a good race for them ever since. Thank you for sticking with us. I know we've had a few issues with the stream. It looks like now to be nice and calmed down. Stream that
Jack
is, and
Spar
also
dropping back a little bit, so Reckless Pass might actually get to keep his 2nd position.
Race as well, but rounds honour. Reckless Pairs definitely showing some talent here, showing some good pace for the remainder of the season there is left. Another 18 races these drivers have to navigate. So, yeah. This week, I don't know about you, Manzano, but this week has been definitely the best week of the season. With all the battles and how competitive the races have been. Would you agree? I know you didn't have a very good race.
Yeah, it's unfortunate
last night, but
Urban Unicorn couldn't make it today. He's actually looking pretty. He was looking pretty solid for the championship.
I was looking. I am quite interested actually to see where he's gone for holiday.
Oh, Jack Spar has a puncture, 3rd position.
Jack Spar's got a puncher. Oh, Jack Spar has got a puncher on the penultimate lap. This is definitely 2013. This is definitely a repeat of 2013. So,
And the Queen says, thank you very much. Up to a podium position.
So maybe it wasn't such a bad decision after all to go onto a set of softs. But here it is. Jack Spar. Oh, disappointing for him. He had a collision with Aero on lap 2 in the first few corners of the lap, and it just went from bad to worse, sitting in a podium position and now has a puncture. That is disappointing, but Aero looks like he's going to overtake the driver of Jack Spa, so... Or will they meet again? No, Aero's through. Oh, they're quite close. They're quite close. They're quite close. Could this be another little end-of-race battle between those two drivers there? But what an incredible race this has been for Expired Ninjas. Roger's there following in 12th. So he's on his final lap on lap 28. But yeah, these drivers won't get the fireworks that we got last night, Maranzano. A little bit disappointing, to be honest. But Expired Ninjas, the reigning world champion, has not had a win in the first 2 races of the Australian Grand Prix or the Chinese Grand Prix. But he's doing a Michael Schumacher style finish to the Grand Prix, weaving. And he takes the win at the Bahrain International Circuit and becomes the 3rd winner of Season 9. Both divisions now have 3 winners in the first 3 races.
Panda Queen about to get his first podium finish of the season.
Definitely looking like 2012 and
first
2013.
podium finish ever.
Mix there. And Panda Queen finishes in 3rd. Don't forget Reckless Pez. He finishes in 2nd place. But let's give it up for the one and only STB Verstappen 33. Jack T1 on 43 from last season. He has got 5th place here in Bahrain. Very impressive there.
Very good drive by Reckless Pass and the Panda Queen.
Melanie gets the final point in 10th. Been disappointing for Melanie, to be honest, but this is the final classification of the top 10. First is Expired Ninjas, 2nd Reckless Pez. If you'd like to invite these drivers, Manzano. 3rd is the Panda Queen. 4th is the Fredster. 5th is STB Verstappen, 33. 6th is Dennis VKK. 7th is Extract Spark 1234X. 8th, after a disappointing lap 2, 8th is Ayla Aero. 9th is Expired Rampage. And closing and finishing off the top 10 is Melanie 88. The 2 drivers with no points. And finished is Side Effects and Westers. The non-classified drivers, NRL Hulkenberg, James E. Bear X1, It's Ross, KS Outgoing, and Mint Jerduk 1174. So that is a classification for round 3 of the GP2 Division Bahrain Grand Prix of Season 9. Reckless Pez and Panda Queen, if you'd like to include your audio for the stream, to give you a quick interview.
Yep.
Okay. We'll start with Panda Queen, that you finished 3rd on the grid. No, 3rd on the grid. Sorry, I'm getting a bit carried away here. 3rd in the race. Sorry. We was a little bit confused as you didn't go on. We thought that because you didn't use traction, Panda Queen, it'll be easier for you to go. The last stint you did was on softs. We thought you'd go on super softs.
You thought, not me.
Well, considering the traction, but it looks to be a good strategy call. How do you feel about 3rd place here today?
Quite happy. I mean, starting 13th to 3rd is quite good. Unlucky to, I think it was Jack Spars who got a puncture on the 2nd to last lap that allowed me to get 3rd.
Yeah.
As for going onto the softs, I just didn't want to risk the super softs in case I did get a puncture, and that cost me more positions.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Okay, thank you, Panda Queen. And it was actually a much better race than China as well, so for you. So well done for 3rd, and hopefully Russia can bring you even better finishes. Maybe you could be the 4th winner of the season. That'd be very interesting. 2nd place now, Reckless Pez. So Reckless Pez, in your 2nd race, is that correct? Am I correct in that? third, well, second or third, one of the two. Still, though, a very good race there, getting your maiden podium. About Bahrain, and do you think that a different strategy may have been able to get you the win here today? Yeah, we was quite quite happy for you actually that you made the pit stop under virtual safety car, because then you wouldn't lose much time because everyone's obviously slowed down. But yeah, that was a good race there. A lot of good battles going on around the field. Yeah, so that was just brilliant. You know, we had. Was it? Well, we had a good battle going on between Ninjas and Dennis VKK and Panda Queen and Fredster at one point, so that was good. So, Reckless Pez, you've done a good job tonight. Well done, and hopefully, same to you, Russia can bring you some good result. Bring you a good result. Ninjas, are you there? Or
Yes,
no
I'm
mic?
here, there.
Oh, okay, good. You got your mic sorted. Reigning world champion then. You have got your first win of the season. You've always been on the podium, is that correct, this season, yeah? Australia, China and Bahrain on the podium.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've been very
No,
consistent.
it-
If I believe you are
first
currently
race
leading the championship. But the league is so like there's so many like competitive drivers, obviously, because we've had 3 winners in the past in all races now. And Dennis VKK has shown a lot of good pace from last season. Do you see Dennis VKK as a threat for the following races?
Yeah, he's showed that he's pretty quick, so yeah, he could be a challenger.
Okay.
Like when I was
And,
racing him, he showed
okay,
a lot of
sorry,
pace in front of me.
Okay. Okay, and what do you think like enabled you to actually get the win here today?
Just having fresh tyres than everyone else. Just yeah, that's it.
Okay, pretty straightforward. Okay, so well done, X by Ninjas. Good race in Bahrain. Hopefully, same to you as well. Russia can be a good one again. So that was the season 9 GP2 Bahrain Grand Prix. A pretty interesting race, wasn't it, Maranzano? Would you say?
It was. Congratulations to all the podium finish, and I'm looking forward to Russia
Okay. So
and
that
Monaco especially.
yeah, that's in a few weeks. That concludes then the Bahrain Grand Prix, and that concludes the week of racing. Thank you ever so much for those who tuned into last night's F1 Division Bahrain Grand Prix and GP2 tonight. Thank you ever so much for watching, and join STB Crofty and STB Brundle, aka the Roosters and Isla Aero, as they've made some new accounts aimed for the commentary. Join them on Monday for the F1 Division Russian Grand Prix, and join me and Maranzano again next week for the GP2 Russian Grand Prix. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this very interesting Grand Prix. Well done to X by Ninjas, and we'll see you next week at the Sochi Autodrome. Goodbye.